Hey, Michelle LLC here. I hope you're awesome. Hope you're great. First, I don't really advocate cell phone use during driving. It's absolutely not safe. So, hands-free, mic-free, paying attention to what's in front of me. I had this word that just came to me, and I just felt like I need to speak on it while it's here. So, forgive me for not being focused on the camera and all that jazz. Who cares anyways? It's the message that matters, not particularly the delivery of it and whatnot. Anyways, so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about some of the things that have been said to me. And it was said to me this weekend by somebody that I love very deeply, that it's like, you have the ability to create a group and a following, to put message out and words out that are powerful, but you choose not to. You're waiting for everybody else to get involved. You're waiting for a code, this, and a team, and this, that, and the third, versus just doing it on your own and just doing it. And so I've been really thinking about how that has been said to me several times, like, oh my gosh, it would be amazing if you had your own channel, if you just did these things, you should just, why don't you? And I was like, what is that really about, that I'm waiting for something else other than myself to move forward in my life? And I had this huge epiphany that doing something on my own is not just scary, but hugely uncomfortable because of experiences that I've had in the past and just some of my own conditioning that I've had that I never really realized or really paid attention to, I guess, that this was what was going on. So growing up, I always had ideas. I always had things I wanted to do, experiences I wanted to have, and just things that I put together that never really went anywhere. And I started thinking about, why didn't things go further? Why didn't my sculptures that I used to make ever take off? Why didn't my bracelets and t-shirts and tie-dye little company take off, or my cookie company, or my bars, or countless stuff, my poetry, my writings, the different things that I have produced over the years that have never gone past producing them. They've never gone in a space of actually cultivating a business around it where people are buying them to get them. And several things came to me that were said to me very early on when I was younger. One was the shutdown, that those that I was around, and I say your community matters in terms of your family, the things that are being taught. You see these kids and they're doing these phenomenal things because they have a family behind them that is saying, let's do this. Oh, I want to have a lemonade stand. Okay, then the mom and dad or whomever, the adult, gets involved and helps cultivate this with the child. Because there's cultivation in these things, and I'm not remembering exactly where I heard it. It was, I think that the Water Alchemist, maybe, I'm not sure, had made mention in the importance of your elders being your teachers and trainers in terms of bringing information to you. And one of the things I was thinking is that is absolutely true, is to tap into your elders and to tap into those that you come from for knowledge and training. That is what this is about, right? We're supposed to come through the womb of those that are supposed to prepare us for what's next. We're supposed to be in a space where we're being given the information that they've already gathered to impact and empower us to go further than what they've done. But how are they to teach us if they don't know themselves, if they have no idea? So when I look at these families that are promoting entrepreneurship or thought processes of self-sovereignty and self-awareness amongst their children, and then you see these children growing up and doing these fabulous things, it is a direct result of what they have been taught and fed. What you put in your child's mouth, what you put in your child's ears, what you put in your child's thoughts, Like, all of these things matter. If you're filling them with music that tells them they're not shit, you're filling them with food that is toxic and sick and doesn't help them grow a powerful, strong body. If you're filling them with things that are less than, then they will have more to overcome. If you're constantly filling their minds with they can't, we don't do this, you don't need to focus on this, no, that doesn't make any sense because it doesn't make sense to you, then you're putting barriers in place for your child. And that is exactly what I'm realizing that I had to release within myself. I had to release, or I have to. It's not something I've done. I'm still working on it. I have to release the thought processes that what I'm thinking of is unnecessary or doesn't make sense. Like, no, that's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time. It's what my thought came to me, and now I need to push through and go through it. Now, it would have been much easier that when I was younger to have a support system that was funding and supporting and encouraging and helping me get through some of the ups and downs of things. But it is what it is. Now it is what it is, right? Now I have to make the right moves within myself to say, I can do this. I'm worth this, and I desire this enough for me to push through and see the value in it. Like this video right here. I could wait. I could say, I can do this later because it makes more sense, and push it off and not allow it to take place because of the fact that, well, obviously I'm driving. Or I can say, you know what? No excuses. Right now, right here, take care of this, post it, get it going, start pushing out. Those are the choices I have. Now I don't have anybody telling me I can't do something that, no, you're not allowed to sell that. Yeah, that's cute, that's nice, but you need to focus on your studies. You need to focus on this, that, and the third, versus you actually creating something that is going to be powerful for you in a long-term scenario. I didn't have that. And that's okay, because I didn't come from that. I came from people that were scholars, that worked hard in the academic world and created through the processes that were in front of them and the roads and things that were available to them. There's no shade to that. It's just what it is. And so for me to have a mind that was creative and trying to do these things, their words were unhealthy for me. But that doesn't mean that they stop me. That doesn't mean that I have to stay in that space. But I can identify that maybe some of their limitations came from their inability to see what I was seeing because they didn't see things the way I saw them. And that's huge. That's a really big thing. And it's like, that means that I'm responsible now for giving myself permission to do the things necessary that I need to get done so that I can win in the way that I want to win and under the mindset that I have. That may mean that we don't agree on things politically. That may mean we don't agree on things religiously. That may mean we don't follow the same belief systems in terms of how things work and where energy goes. But that doesn't mean that I have to in some way see them as negative or discount their value in what they may have to offer. That's the beauty of it. I can still see how fantastic their knowledge is and tap into that while tapping into something that will help me grow further. That's huge for me. And maybe that resonates with you too, that there's something that you've always wanted to do. There's something that is important to you. It doesn't mean drop everything and just be irresponsible and say, oh, well, I'm just gonna, I have a child to feed and I'm just gonna leave the kid in the apartment and they'll figure it out on their own. No, it means still be responsible for the life you've already created. But your free time, your thoughts, your imagination, your creative time can go to growing something right now. I was literally sitting in my house yesterday, and I was thinking, God, it's just like I'm surrounded by all this stuff that is not necessary anymore, that I need to get rid of. Like, it's overwhelming. It's just like so much stuff that is like from something before that no longer holds a high vibration for me, or is no longer important to me. Like, all of these things, it's like it's just here. And then I got this feeling like it's just like I'm falling deeper into this hole, into a well where the water is pouring over, and I'm like, trying to swim up to the top, but I can't get to the top because I'm just stuck in the bottom of this well. And then all of a sudden it came to me that it's like, that's the trick, right? That's the trap that we get caught up in. We see like how far we feel we're so far down, we're so far away. And it's like, we're not, we're right here. We're right in this space right now, where all it takes is one moment right now, one step, this step right now, to move forward to what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is already happening. I don't have to get caught up in, it's going to take years. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do. No, right now, what can I do that is powerful to get me closer to where I want to be tomorrow? Right now, I can unpack my bags and put things away that need to go away, and get rid of things that don't need to be going back up. Give them away, throw them away, whatever. Remove the things I don't need, put away the things that I do need, and put my bags where they belong so they're not in the way. And if I go on a trip, then I'll pull my bags back out and I will fill them with the things I need. And I will put them away when I need to put them away again, right? We don't have to keep stuff, we don't have to wait and keep stuff keeping us from our highest self. We don't have to. It's unnecessary. That's the power of what we have going on right now. It's very powerful. It's very powerful. And so when we tap into that, we can see how one step right now is powerful. How hearing a thought or hearing a belief system that might be something that is keeping you from you being your best, highest self can be released right now. You know what? Right now. Okay, so when you were younger, when you were trying to create this, that, and the third, somebody told you couldn't do it, or you had a bad relationship, or you didn't have the support that you thought you should have. Okay, great. Not a problem. Right now, guess what we can do? Right now, we can say, I support this idea. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to put a plan in place of what makes sense. So for me right now, putting a YouTube video out that is supportive of what I'm doing and keeping my audience fueled with knowledge to grow with me as I grow, that's what I'm doing. So first things first, make a video. Okay, post the video. You've done it. You've taken the first step. Now tomorrow, do it again. Clean out some stuff you don't need. Create some stuff you want. And move forward. Allow it to build. Put the energy into the success. Remove the thoughts that aren't feeding you. Feed on the thoughts that are going to empower you, and move forward. And so with that, it's easy and simple to just find ourselves in a space where it's like, listen, I'm making the decision to do this now. So I'll do it now. That's what I do. So I'm super excited. You guys have an amazing day. And yes, I could have made this video when I got here, but I made the decision, no excuses, right now, right here, make this happen. So I did. You guys have a phenomenal day. And Shell LLC, sending love and light, and hope you're awesome. Hope you're great. Have a good one. Bye.